Chibnall. So yeah, episode 5. What did I think? Well, as I have with this series thus far, I will say that I did enjoy watching it. Wasn't anywhere near as good as last week's, but it was still fun. I really feel like, though, that there is way too much going on in this story. It felt a bit too crowded, and I'm gonna be honest, a little confusing at times. What exactly are Yaz, Dan, and Jericho looking for? A date for the end of the world? Is that a date for Flux, or a date for the invasion? Well, I guess they know the date for Flux. It's Halloween, so I guess they're searching for the invasion we see at the end of the episode that serpent guy starts? Maybe? And how is some smart person in ancient times exactly supposed to have figured that out? That plot line was fun, but it seemed a bit weak to me. And as enjoyable as it was watching those three on their own little adventure, honestly, I would have liked to have seen a little more of that, but the expositional dialogue was more awkward than a newborn puppy, but nowhere near as fun to watch. I don't mind once in a while a character giving, like, one of those, as you know speeches, if it's done right. But here, like, for instance, the part where they're going to see the old hermit on the mountain, they're walking up the mountain, and Jericho is just randomly telling them, "Oh, this is our last hope, blah, blah, blah." So, did he just start leading them up the mountain without telling them what they were doing, and then when they're almost there, he finally tells them where they're going? I know that's not what it was, but it sure felt like it. And what gets me too, I could understand if that was the only way to get the message across to the audience, but there was a much better way to do that a few minutes later. They could have just got up the mountain, explained the situation to the hermit, and that would have explained it to the audience as well, and made sense in story. This expositional dialogue is something I've noticed a lot in Chibnall's writing, but I don't want to just focus on the negatives. There was some good. Like I say, it was fun, that little adventure that those three went on. The hermit guy was kind of fun. A little cringeworthy, but not too cringeworthy, just enough to be, I don't know, fun little piece of comedic relief in the middle of the episode. And the unit plotline was interesting. Kind of reminded me of Hydra in the Marvel Cinematic Universe when they invade S.H.I.E.L.D., although it makes the history of Unit a little even more confusing. To me, I don't really understand. Does it really... Correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a while since I've watched the stories, but it doesn't seem to really fit with Web of Fear and the Invasion. Isn't Lethbridge Stewart already a rank higher in Web than he is here, but then in Web he's not part of Unit yet? And doesn't he say in the Invasion that Unit was formed because of the events of Web? So why is it here before then? I don't know. More and more I think Chibnall needs to, I don't know, maybe read TARDIS Wiki before he starts messing with the canon. On second thoughts, if you read TARDIS Wiki, there doesn't even appear to be a canon. Maybe he did read it. Maybe that's the problem. He got confused because he read TARDIS Wiki. Sorry. Speaking of canon, though, I really still hate The Timeless Child. And I'm really tired of people telling me that I'm horrible if I don't like it. I'm horrible if I do. I don't know. Aren't I allowed to not like this? Sounds like with some people they're saying like, "Oh, you're just an old cranky fan if you don't like this." No. I'm also sick of hearing the excuse that people don't like it. Oh, just because it contradicts one line from the Deadly Assassin. No, it doesn't. The line they're referring to is the 13 regenerations thing. That's not contradicted here. That's part of it. That's taken care of. My problem is that it changes the character so much. And it contradicts not just the classic series, but also lore and emotional arcs set up by the new series. I understand a 50-year-old show is going to have some inconsistencies. And it does. Well, not a lot. I don't think it has near as much as people make out. But, the current show in this new era of streaming and home media shouldn't. You know, it's true, back in the day in the classic series, most of the time they expected people to only watch an episode once. They didn't go back and watch it themselves. So, you know, there's things like with the Atlantis thing and the unit dating controversy. Small things like that. But these days when you can binge the whole show together, and even just with the new series together, it really starts not making sense in places. I mean, if any other show, fans keep making excuses for it, but if any other show did that, everyone would be decrying what a horribly written show it is. But no, people have to make excuses for it, and that's the sad thing. You have to make excuses to get it to fit. So yeah, I thought the Tectayun stuff was so stupid. I don't want to know about the doctor's childhood. I don't want to know about the doctor's adopted mother. I don't care. Show's called Doctor Who. It's supposed to be a mystery. Ugh. I guess maybe he's trying to put the mystery back into it, but I don't know. To me, it's just dumb. Oh, and how exactly was Tectayun supposed to have known what the Master told the Doctor? Did I miss something? Was she there? I don't think so. But that's enough of the negativity. Bits I liked. Yeah, like I said, Yaz, Dan, and Jericho having adventures. I laughed at the part where they take all that time to paint the Great Wall of China, and Carvinus is just like, I don't have time travel. I also thought the unit stuff was interesting. I just don't think it belonged here. I think it maybe should have been its own episode. I tend to wonder if it originally was supposed to be before COVID and this shortened season. There's a part of me that wonders how many of these like extra plot lines were supposed to be episodes by themselves, and he just threw it all in because he really liked the ideas. And I don't blame him. There's some really good ideas. You know, the Suntaran episode is really good. The Weeping Angel episode. There's some really good ideas here. It's just I feel like they're all jumbled together too much. But yeah, having Kate Stewart back was great. I do wonder if we're going to see Osgood. Like I say, this was a bit confusing, but overall enjoyable. Sorry if I'm a bit all over the place in my review. Can't really help it when the episode kind of was. I still think this is a lot better than most of Series 11 and 12, but I also have to admit this era is just not for me overall. But yeah, what did you guys think of the episode? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time for my review of the final episode of FLUX, The Vanquishers. Really curious to see how this ends. I'd also like to hear if you guys have any theories as to how it's going to end. Anything you would like to see happen, anything you think might happen. Let me know in the comments below, and bye for now.